Well, a lot is happening in the world of business. Let's tell you that President Bola Tinubu earlier today inaugurated the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms with the charge to transform the tax system to support sustainable development and achieve a minimum of 18% tax to GDP ratio within the next 3 years. President said the target was to improve Nigeria's revenue profile while making the business environment more conducive and internationally competitive to support sustainable development. Committee has 1 year lifespan and is established to address the broad fiscal challenges facing the nation's economy through fiscal governance, tax reforms, and growth facilitation. Chairman of the committee, Mr. Taiwo Yedele, said if the country is to achieve the needed growth, aside from other necessities, there is the need to create a conducive environment to attract private and foreign investment through a comprehensive approach and coordinated strategy.
We gather here today to inaugurate the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms. The committee has been established to address the broad fiscal challenges facing our economy. Its mandate shall be divided into 3 broad areas. These are: 1. Fiscal governance. B. Tax reforms. I have given them a strong mandate, and I expect their report to cover tax reform, fiscal policy design and coordination, harmonization of taxes, and revenue administration, among other items. Our target is to improve Nigeria's revenue profile while making the business environment more conducive and internationally competitive. Our aim is to transform the tax system to support sustainable development, while at the same time achieving a minimum of 18% tax to GDP ratio within the next 3 years.
Well, in the same vein, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has met President Bola Tinubu in Aso Rock Presidential Villa to discuss ways to cushion the effect of the removal of subsidy on Nigerians. Dr. Iweala, who was accompanied to the meeting by Dr. Ali Pate, one of President Tinubu's designated ministers-designate, said she had a fruitful discussion with Mr. President on how to support the government to alleviate poverty across the country. World Trade Organization DG said the purpose of her visit was also connected to economic agenda of the new administration in Nigeria. The meeting is came few hours after the inauguration of the Tax Reform Fiscal Policy Committee was inaugurated.
We saw the president and focused on how do we support Nigerians at this time of need. We all know that things are very difficult for Nigerians outside. Everyone is struggling. I'm here myself on a quiet visit, so this was not really an official WTO mission, but we were able to engage with Mr. President to talk about what are the kinds of programs that could be put in place to make sure that the suffering of Nigerians are being alleviated. And we had a really good conversation on trying to look at community and grassroots programs that can be put in place to create jobs for young people, on trying to support women and children who are those who are bearing the brunt of some of the suffering in the country. We talked about how for the longer term we need to look at investment opportunities that Nigeria can seize, including in the pharmaceutical industry.
And away from that, with every new generation, change and development is the norm. So there is need to have a mentor who can provide the required guidance. One of the purposes of mentoring is to connect to individuals who have experience with another who doesn't. It is in this bid to bridge this gap that the managing director of a co-electricity distribution company, Dr. Tinubu Sanda, is set to mentor young females who are desirous to excel in their chosen areas of expertise. Sunday, Benibor tells us more in this report as presented from our studio.
It's the first maiden edition of Young Female Capacity Program, a mentorship program tailored for young female entrepreneurs, graduates and undergraduates to attain enviable heights in their chosen profession. The organizer says the program is a way of contributing to the development of young Nigerian girls who are driven to make the most of their God-given talents and opportunities in the society.
I realized and I noticed that there's lack of mentorship. And I thought that, okay, looking at my own experience, that I would love to mentor young female who wants to be an aspiring female leader in future, who wants to pursue their dream, either as a career person or as a business-minded person, a platform where they can come in for learning, where they can use for networking to ensure that they can also achieve their own dreams.
The vision is very clear for young women in the public and private sectors of the nation. So we have women here from engineering, from medicine, and so many other aspects of their careers. And I see them climbing to the top of their ladder, learning more about what they need to do to make them top females.
For some of the participating mentees, it's a dream come true to be mentored by women who are at the top of their career, while they are being encouraged to use the opportunity to grow their businesses, while also leveraging on technology to better position their brand.
This is a huge opportunity, it's a huge privilege. I intend to make the very best use of this opportunity. I feel very privileged, I feel honored.
I have experience in tax. Now, I would like to get more experience in audit too, because I'm not very good at audit, but I'm very good at tax. So I would like to get more experience there.
They should be ready to sap whatever they need. They should take whatever they need to take from all the mentors.
We take risk when you want to be a good entrepreneur, but what you really need is to be focused. Irrespective of any amount that you will be giving, you just need to set the goals. Everything is not about the amount you are getting. Now you can leverage on the technology. You have Instagram, there you have Facebook. You need to position your business. People will order. When you see that, okay, you have a good brand, they contact you, they pay before you deliver.
The mentorship program will afford participants to emerge as confident leaders and maximize their potential without gender bias, and also providing a platform to connect and network.